Hi, my name is Tony Carr. I'm from the UK, the northeast of England, a city called Newcastle, and I've been a traveller now for probably 30 years. Started off with tents, camping, moved on to caravans and motorhomes, but we like to travel around, and we've travelled a lot in Europe, and Africa was the next destination that we really had to crack. And this is my first safari, and this has been quite an experience. This has blown me away. This is probably the best of what I'm probably going to experience in the next couple of weeks to come. So it's been really good. But one of the benefits, I think, of this location is it's located within inside the national park. So when we arrived yesterday, we came through the gate, showed the passports, signed in, and then we travelled maybe a few more miles to where the location is. So we are inside. So this morning we were told to be up for 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. It was dark. The sun hadn't come up. We were using torches to get to the car. And we set off. And as we were traveling, the sun came up behind us. It was a beautiful, beautiful morning, beautiful skyline. And it was fabulous. We weren't too far out from the location before we saw the first animal of my first ever safari, which was a little scary because it was a hyena, a large spotted hyena right by the side of the road, looking right at us. And these animals are bigger than I expected. Our guide said they can grow to almost the size of a lion, and fortunately, he didn't stay too long, and he went because the nerves was getting a bit nervous. But it wasn't too long before we moved on, and we saw an elephant on the left, and we stopped, and we realised there was an elephant on the right, and we were in the middle of two elephants. And again, I need to get used to this. I panicked. I didn't reach for a camera. Fortunately, my wife had her camera in her hand, but it went on and on like this, and the sun had barely came up. This was early dusk. It was just beautiful, tranquil. We were the only people around. There was no other cars anywhere. We drove for 3 hours in total, and we saw one other car on their safari for only a few moments, just to exchange pleasantries. Yeah, and we saw a lot more animals. It was really good. We then came across a herd of zebra, and it was strange. The herd of zebra then split and started to run around the car, and we were wondering, have they been spooked? Is there another predator around? Is there something going on? They went into the bush, then they came out later, and we weren't quite sure what was going on, but there were lots of zebra around. Within the zebra, there were jackals, a bunch of jackals, and we thought they couldn't be frightening the zebra, but nevertheless, we moved on. We saw three large giraffe. They are fabulous giants, beautiful animals. We saw plenty of warthogs alongside, some fabulous birds that you can see from the Lion King movie, and I can't remember. Yes, there was a huge tree, and this must have had 30 or so baboons in, and we stopped at this tree for a really long time. And the driver explained, our guide explained, the intricacies of the family relationships between the baboons, how the godfather baboon looks after the young ones if the mother dies or something happens. And actually, the guide was particularly good because he gave me an insight onto the relationships of all of the different types of animals. The hyena family, the female is the dominant one, whereas in other types of animal families, it's the male. But he went into great detail. He went into so much detail. We even picked up some elephant dung, and we looked in the elephant dung, and he explained about dung beetles and just how important elephants are and their dung. So the knowledge levels were astounding, and we learned a lot. It was really good.